Let's talk about how to use a limiter to help you in mastering your track. Coming right up. Hi there, I'm Gtwo. I'm an indie artist providing tips and tricks to help other indie artists improve their sound. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to use a limiter. So what is a limiter? Limiter is a form of compression with a ratio of 10:1 or greater. And it prevents any signal from passing through up to a certain threshold. It is commonly used in mastering in order to bring up the overall volume of your track. The objective of a limiter is to raise the overall volume of the track and to prevent clipping by setting a threshold. This prevents a signal from passing a threshold in order for it to not distort. How to set a limiter? First, we set the ceiling at around -1 dB, because if you're making music for Spotify, the recommended true peak is around -1 dB. Next, we need to set the threshold in order to achieve an integrated LUFS of -14, which is the recommended by Spotify. So if you're making music for Spotify, you need to have an average loudness of -14 LUFS. For threshold, we need to listen to the track because each track is different, and we need to set it at the loudest part of the song and set the threshold accordingly in order to achieve that -14 integrated LUFS. Next, we need to set the attack time. So this determines how fast or how slow the limiter kicks in, and I usually set it at the fast setting, so around 1 millisecond. And finally, we need a meter like this one. This is Julian loudness meter. This is the free version, and they also have a pro version. This free version would do because we need to check the true peak and the integrated loudness of the track. Let's take a listen at the track and try to set the limiter for them. I have 4 sample tracks right here, and we're going to set the limiter at the loudest part of the song. So for this song, let's set it around here. So first, without the limiter, let's check the levels. So as you can see, we have the true peak of the loudest part of the song at around -4.2 dB with an integrated value of -19.7 LUFS. So let's bring out our limiter. I'm using Ozone Elements, and I'm just using the maximizer, or which is their version of the limiter. I'm going to set the true peak at -1 for starters. And then let's set this threshold at around -9 and take a listen to it. Let's use our meter to see how loud the track becomes. So you can see that our true peak exceeds the -1 dB. And our integrated loudness is well beyond -14. Let's bring the threshold down a bit. Let's set it at around -7 and take a listen again. So as you can see, we already hit the integrated value that we want, and now we need to adjust the ceiling in order to meet the true peak requirements for Spotify. So let's go back to our limiter and bring down the ceiling to -1.1. And that's it for that track. So let's take a listen without the limiter. with the limiter. You can see from the input and output levels how much the overall volume improves. So you can see here that we have an RMS, or an average value, of around -13 to -14 for the input. And after applying the limiter, it goes up to -7 to -8. Let's take a listen at another track. Let's set it at this part. So I think this is the loudest part here. So first, let's turn off the limiter and check the levels. So the raw track is around -8.4 true peak with an integrated value of -24.7 LUFS. So again, let's start at -1 dB for the ceiling and adjust the threshold accordingly. So first, let's set it around -9 again. Let's take a listen to that. Okay, so you can see that we've already reached the target true peak, but the track is way too loud. So we need to bring that down by lowering the threshold. Let's set it around -7 and take a listen. Okay, it's still too loud, so let's bring that down a bit more. Go down to -6. Okay, just a little more. Let's go down to -5. So I guess somewhere around this -5.5. Okay, so the integrated value is above -14. It is around -12.2. But our true peak meets the requirements for Spotify. So what they will do is they will lower the overall volume of your track by applying their own limiter. Okay, let's take a listen at another track. Let's set it at around this part. So these are the levels without limiting. And now let's apply a limiter. So again, let's set the ceiling at -1 for starters. And set the threshold, let's say around -6 this time. Because the overall volume seems to be already loud. Okay, so let's bring that down a bit more to -5. Okay, so that's already good. We're already hitting the target integrated volume around -14 LUFS, and we are hitting the target true peak for the track. Okay, so for these are for the loudest part of the song. So if you play the softer parts, it wouldn't be any problem. It's still within the target range. And for our last sample track, let's take a listen at this part right here. This seems to be the loudest part of the song. So without any limiter applied to it, these are the levels. And let's apply a limiter. Again, set the ceiling at around -1 and adjust accordingly. So let's set this one at -5 this time, the threshold, because the overall volume of the track seems to be quite loud already. Okay, so we need to bring that down at around -4. So as you can see, the integrated levels is around -14 LUFS, but our true peak is at -2.5. So let's adjust the ceiling and set it at -0.8. Or rather, let's set this at -4.5 and lower it back to -1. Okay, let's lower this a bit more to -5 again. So we can lower this a bit more to -5.5 and take a listen. Okay, so now let's lower the ceiling to -1.1 and this should be I think we can lower the threshold a bit more to, let's say, -5.2. So this is a track without limiting. And with the limiter. And there you go. Thank you so much for watching the video. If that video was helpful to you, hit the thumbs up and click the subscribe button for me down there. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click the card at the top. Follow me on social media right here, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya!